marketingprofessional.com. And today we're extremely lucky to have a copywriter extraordinaire named Dan Locke. He's in Vancouver, Canada. Dan is currently so busy that he's not even accepting new clients. So you can appreciate the time that Dan is taking with us to describe his business and exactly how he works and pass on a lot of information as far as being a copywriter and what you can do to actually go ahead and write your own copy, the formulas he uses, the secrets he's got. And let's just dive right in. I'd like to just say thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, Dan.
Glad to be here, Terry.
Thank you again. Dan, I've got really a bunch of questions for you. But before we kind of dig in, let's talk about you first. How did you get started and how did the early days go?
Sure, okay. Terry, I moved from Hong Kong to North America years ago with no money, no connections, and not a word of the English language on my lips. As you can tell from my thick accent, English is not my first language. I had to learn it from scratch. Started my first business when I was 16 years old with my friends, mowing lawns for people in my neighborhood. And the business went down in 6 months because of lack of customers.
Right.
And on and off, I would start a business, and it would fail very quickly. And, I mean, I was in the vending machine business. I was in multi-level marketing. I was in the retail business. In fact, I was importing toys from Asia. And at one point, because I lost so much money in my business ventures, I had to borrow money from my friends and family just to survive.
Ouch.
That was pretty bad. And I even went out there and get a job. And I was making minimum wages stocking cans on the shelves in a supermarket. Because I had no degree of formal education, that's the only job I could get at that time.
Right.
So now at that time, just like most people, I was reading all those self-help books, right, Terry? I mean, I think you're familiar with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I was listening to the tapes, going to seminars. I was a junkie.
Yeah.
I had a desire to succeed. I set goals. I think positively. I affirm to myself daily, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, all that stuff. And guess what, Terry? I was still freaking broke. I mean, I think some of our listeners can relate to that.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, Terry, forgive me for being very blunt during this interview. I mean, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feeling, but I probably will. So I hope our listeners won't be offended by that. Because when it comes to business and marketing advice, I don't pull any punches. I mean, I don't take any prisoners. I don't sugarcoat stuff. I don't bullshit people. I tell it like it is. And that's exactly why I'm not everybody's cup of tea. My clients either love me or hate me.
That's beautiful.
Because sometimes I'm just too tough on my clients, and I slap them around, and seriously, sometimes they come up to me and ask me, well, Dan, what do you think of this idea? And if I don't like it, and I think it's not going to work, I'll just tell them point blank, it sucks. It's not going to work. And and a lot of them don't like to hear that. Especially when they're paying me a lot of money, right? Yeah. But they put up with me. But they put up with me because I make them money.
Exactly.
I mean, why else would a person pay a marketing guy a lot of money to yell at them and slap them around? I mean, seriously, why else would anyone put up with a maniac like me? I mean, the only reason is I make them a lot of dough. That's the only reason.
Yeah, but think it's worth it.
It's absolutely worth it.
It's worth going home with a black eye.
But anyway, sorry about that. So I got off track there.
No,
so I was starting all these businesses, and these ventures they were going out of business faster than I could start them. I mean, seriously. So it was pretty bad. So, and one day it just dawned on me. And I asked myself this question. I said to myself, why some businesses are more successful than others? Why some people just seem to have the Midas touch? And it's just like, Terry, I bet you know somebody. It's like they can just start any business and make it profitable.
Yeah.
And I look at myself, I said, well, I'm not stupid. I work hard. I had a desire to succeed. What was I doing wrong? What's the problem? What's the key? What's missing? Yeah. And I kept asking myself. And boom, I got it. I finally got it. The ultimate secret to business success. And here's the secret. I have never seen a company in trouble from having too much revenue. Just like a person, you can never have too much money. You can never have too much revenue in a business. Now, the next question, Terry, you want to ask me is, well, then how do you generate revenue?
Right on the tip of my tongue.
Yes. Well, by creating and keeping a customer. By creating and keeping a customer. Well, how do you create and keep a customer? Through effective marketing. No marketing, no customers. No customers, no sales, no sales, no business. Period. End of story. It's that simple. Show me a profitable company, and I'll show you a good marketing company. Does that make sense to you, Terry?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I discovered that's the ultimate secret to business success. And that's the key, that's the missing link. Then I determined to get good at this marketing stuff. So I read, John Cable's and Claude Hopkins, all the marketing classics, all the classic books. And started my little one-man advertising agency. Started writing ads for entrepreneurs. And now at that time, because I was just starting out, Terry, so I didn't have any degree or diploma in marketing. So at that time, I didn't have any credibility, and nobody trusted me. Who is this guy? How can this guy help me make money, right? I'm just a young guy at that time.
How long ago was this?
That was about 6 years ago.
So we're what, about 1998?
Yeah. So, and then that's what happened. So what I did is very simple. So it's like I make them an offer they cannot refuse. So I simply say to them, "Oh, Mr. or Mrs. Prospect, I say to them, well, I realize you might not believe in my marketing ability, and I can appreciate that. Why don't we do it this way? Let me write an ad for you, or a direct mail piece. If they don't make you money, don't pay me a dime. Only pay me if they work for you. How does that sound to you?" Well, guess what they say?
Yeah.
Sure, where can we start?
Absolutely. You really put your butt on the line.
Absolutely. So under that kind of pressure, I had to figure out a way to create the most type of advertising possible. Why? Because if my stuff doesn't work, I don't eat.
Exactly.
I can't mess around with theories. I don't have that kind of luxury. I wish I had. The stuff I create, they have to make money, and preferably make money very quickly.
Yep.
Okay. And to this stage, I have sold about $20 million worth of products and services in over 39 different industries. And now I'm teaching others how to market their products and services. So that's basically my story, and that's how I got started in business.
That's beautiful. So you have now, like you said, you're teaching people how to go about, marketing their businesses.
Correct.
And I know you have a website called Quick Turn Marketing. What exactly is that about?
Oh, that's funny you asked, Terry. It's actually a client of mine who inspired me to come up with that name.
Oh, yeah?
Let me tell you a story, okay?
Yeah.
Now, one time I was on the phone with a client, and he owns a couple of restaurants in Canada. And his business was in trouble, big trouble. I cannot reveal his name here, but so we were chatting, and I was asking him some questions and stuff. So we were on the phone for at least, I think, 3 hours. And at the end of the consultation, I gave him some ideas on how to develop a brand, how to really promote his business, how to create some excitement in his restaurants, how to create a unique selling proposition, all that stuff, all that marketing stuff. So he wrote down a bunch of notes and ideas. Anyway, didn't hear from him for 2 or 3 months. No fax, no phone call, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And one day, he called me out of the blue. And I picked up the phone, and all I heard was, "Dan, thank you. And I said, what happened? What is it? Who are you?" Right? And he said, "Oh, Dan, I did exactly what you said, and I quickly turned my business around, and now my sales is up 30%. Thanks for your advice." And he kept saying, "Thank you, right?
Beautiful.
And I said, "Send me a check."
Exactly, yes.
But that's just stuck in my mind. So I said, that's interesting. Quickly turn his business around. I said, that's a good term. You know what? Why don't I call my methodology Quick Turn Marketing? So that's how the idea was born. But, Terry, frankly, there's nothing new under the sun of marketing. I don't claim to invent all these marketing strategies or ideas. No, you know what? In fact, I'll be the first one to tell you, I never have any original ideas, and probably will never will. And I mean, in fact, here's the first lesson for our listeners, and it's an important one.
Huh?
When you go to the bank, Terry, when you go to the bank and deposit some money, would the teller say to you, well, I'm sorry, Terry, we can't allow you to deposit the check because this is not your original idea. I mean, you didn't bang your head against the wall to come up with this idea. I mean, the banks don't give a damn.
That's true.
They don't care if you spend 10 years coming up with the idea, or they don't care if you spend a day. Money is just money. And, you know, then why we invent the wheel? Why not take the role of less resistance? Forget about being original. Forget about being creative. Because creativity sucks. Just take the money and go home.
That is a really, really big statement coming from somebody who is a very professional marketer.
I mean, yeah, Terry, I mean, I'm not an innovator. I'm a synthesizer. You know, I handpick the best marketing techniques that I have used and test in the battlefield, in the trenches, simplify them, refine them again and again, and teach it in such a way that it's easy to understand and, most importantly, easy to apply. I mean, I want people to be able to learn my stuff today, and then they can apply it tomorrow when they open the door and just make some quick cash. And that's my whole intention. And that's what quick-turn marketing is all about, producing the maximum results with the least amount of effort in the least amount of time.
So then quick-turn marketing, is it something that I can go to your website and say, hey, I like this letter, this sales letter that he's written. I'll just copy that and change a few words, and I can use that?
You can copy the idea. Now there's a huge difference between stealing and copying and modeling, right, Terry? I would say if you can take you can look at any sales letters, which I can give you some ideas. You can look at any sales letters that is proven. And you can take the you don't want to just steal the words and phrases, right? That's illegal.
Yeah, okay.
But that's copyright protected material.
Exactly.
But you can never copyright an idea. You can okay, let me give you an example.
Okay.
Let's say there's a proven headline. There's an ad written by what's the guy? John Cable. I think it's John Cable. It's called "Do You Make These Mistakes in English?" There's an ad for I believe a home study course, and it's been running for 30 years. I believe it's still running right now. Now, if you just take it, do you make these mistakes in English and use it as your ad? Now that's legal. But what if you change it to, do you make these mistakes in internet marketing?
Yeah.
Do you make these mistakes in copywriting? Do you make these mistakes in your consulting business? You see what I mean?
So you've still got the same meaning, but you've just changed some of the words so that you use it for your own business. And
why we invent the wheel? Just take what works and run with it.
Now, how would you go about finding something that you would be pretty sure is something that works?
First of all, what you want to do is you want to build up what I call a sweat file. Your own sweat file. I mean, you should see my sweat file. I mean, it's huge. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of sales letters.
Now, how did you pick those ones out of all the sales letters? How do you choose?
Good question. For example, let's say first of all, you want to do is you want to buy stuff from mail. Okay? You want to buy stuff from, Nightingale Conan, and you want to get on all the marketers' mailing lists.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I can tell you, Terry, I'm on all the marketers. I'm on the mailing list. I'm on the best customer list because I buy everybody's stuff.
Beautiful.
I buy everybody's stuff. And how do you know it's a winner? Very simple. If they keep mailing the piece to you, the same piece, you know it's a winner more than 3, 4, 5 times. Why?
Really?
Because if it doesn't make money, they won't keep mailing it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So if you can see even magazine ads. If you see the same ad running, the first issue, second issues, for years, for a year, for half a year, you know it's proven.
Okay.
Otherwise, they'll pull it because it costs too much.
Right.
It costs too much. The cost is too great. So build up your sweat file, get on the mailing list, buy some stuff from everybody. Just buy some stuff, get on their mailing list, I mean, people call it, when you open your mailbox, people call it junk mail.
Yeah.
I call it the gold mine.
That's your research.
That's my research. I get 10, 20 marketing pieces a day, junk mail, a day.
So you've got a library in your mailbox every day.
Huge. Huge. I mean, I love those stuff.
So you've done a lot of research then as far as not only just in direct mail and that type of thing, but in a lot of different industries.
Exactly.
What do you see then would be one of the common, or some of the common marketing mistakes and advertising mistakes that consistently keep coming into your mailbox?
You know, Terry, I can do a three-day boot camp on this subject, I think, because there are so many mistakes they make.
That's beautiful. Then maybe we could limit it to like 5 or 10.
Okay, let me give you maybe 4 or 5 big ones.
Okay.
Marketing mistakes. Okay. The biggest one. Mistake number 1. Now, this is not so much a marketing mistake. It's more like a business mistake, but it's a deadly one. And that is most entrepreneurs, they don't have an exit strategy. They got into the business without knowing how they're going to get out. I mean, or they got into the business for the wrong reason in the first place. I mean, let me give you an example. You know, maybe they just lose their jobs, or their boss just fired them, and they've been working for the companies for the last 10 years, and they think they know as much about the business than the boss of the company. Yep. Or maybe their parents passed away and they kind of just take over the family business. Or they couldn't find a job like me and they have to start their own businesses.
Yeah.
So they got into the business without knowing what business is all about. I mean, unless you're planning to work until the day you drop dead, I mean, you must have an exit strategy. You must know why you got into the business in the first place. I mean, what I'm talking about is what is the purpose to start the business in the first place? What do you hope to get out of your business, and how do you want your business to serve you? Now, that's critical. How do you want your business to serve you? I mean, because most people I talk to, I ask them, why did you start your own business? And they'll say stuff like, well, to make some money, to be my own boss. I mean, that's just not good enough. You got to be more specific.
So what would be a better answer if you know, somebody or you were to ask somebody?
I would ask them, okay, I would ask them, when you start your business, what are you going to do? Are you going to sell the business for a huge lump sum and retire? Are you going to keep the business and continue to work hands-on to make a huge income? Or maybe are you going to keep the business and cash out your time, maybe delegating the day-to-day and make a huge passive income? Or maybe, you know, maybe you're going to franchise your business and just, you know, collect franchise fees like McDonald's, Burger King, and Subway, that kind of stuff. Or maybe you have bigger goals. You're going to take the company to public. Who knows? But you got to know all these things.
So you need to have kind of a long-term goal, even when you're starting your business, setting it up right from the beginning.
It's how to get out. When are you going to get out? How are you going to get out?
Okay.
And you know what, Terry? Let me give you some examples in my own business activity, so I'll make it clear. Let's say my own consulting and information marketing company, Quick Turn Marketing. Okay, I sell books and tapes, educational materials, consult with people, you know, regular ad copy for my clients, that kind of stuff. Now, the purpose of that business is just to generate a huge income, period. Okay, I'm not going to sell the business. It's a cash cow for me, basically. And I love what I do. Now, and also, you know, information marketing is one of the best business on the planet. Low cost, high margin, easy to sell, easy to manage, very good business. Not going to sell it. I'm not going to sell it. Now, besides Quick Turn Marketing, I also have equity in 5 other privately held companies. Okay. I serve on the board of directors for most of these companies as a marketing advisor. Now, one of these companies, our whole goal is to sell it to some big, dumb corporation.
Okay, so that's your exit strategy.
That's it. We don't want to keep it so what we want to do is we want to package the business in such a way that is attractive to big corporations, so they acquire a company. Make sense?
Yep.
So go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, you're going to run the business towards the goal that you're going to sell it. So that's going to affect your day-to-day procedures and what you're doing in the business.
Exactly. We just want to sell the damn thing. So that way, sales is more important than profit.
Right.
Because you want your sales figures to be very impressive if you're going to sell the company. Because, the big companies, what they think is after they buy your business, they can do a better job than you do managing the business.
Yep.
They think they can increase the profits. I mean, they always think them is stupid. To me, it's stupid. Think whatever you want, just give me the money, right?
Yep.
So we want to do everything we can to bump up the sales. So that's the focus, to bump up the sales. Now, I'm also a major shareholder of another company that invests in the U.S. tax liens and tax deeds and tax certificates, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Real estate stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not particularly passionate about the business. But that's okay, because I'm not the one that's running the son of a gun, right? My business partners are running them.
Yeah.
That's where I park my money. It gives me a nice return on my investment, 15% to 17% a year. It's better than putting them in the bank. Now, different business, different objective. Now, different objective requires different strategies and different approach to certain things, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So the bottom line is you cannot get what you want if you don't know what you want, and just owning a business for the sake of owning one is just dumb. It's just dumb. I mean, I apologize if that hurts our listeners' feelings, but that's just the reality.
But that's quite okay. Like you said at the first, you either like you or hate you.
Yeah, they either like me or they hate me.
So
I mean, they could be stopped listening right now. Who is this guy, right? Just yelling at me.
Yeah, but they better not leave, because they're going to learn a lot.
So that's mistake number one. That's mistake number one.
Can you just tell me what's your exit strategy then for this other business that you're not going to sell it? It's not a business that you're going to sell. You parked your money there. What's the exit strategy for that one?
No, that one is just I treat it like a bank to me. This is where I park my money. I'm not going to sell it. My partner is running it. I just park my money there and get a nice return.
Okay, so there's no exit strategy on that one.
There's no exit for that company.
Okay,
but that's it. But see, that company has. But I have a very clear objective of what I want to do with that company.
Right.
And that's the difference. That's the difference. That's this mistake number one.
Okay.
Want to go on mistake number two?
That would be great.
Okay. Mistake number two would be they focus on the wrong thing. And here's what I mean. Most entrepreneurs, they don't understand the importance of marketing. I mean, I don't care what business you're in. Mm-hmm. Most businesses operate like a three-legged stool. You need all three legs, otherwise the stool falls down.
Yep.
The three legs in a business is, number one, the product and services, what you sell. Mm-hmm. Number two is your operation. How do you manage your business? Number three, how do you market your products and services? Now, you can have the very best products and services in the world. You can run the best office in the world, but unless you let people know what you do, unless you market your business, you're not going to have a successful business. I mean, there's a huge, huge misconception among business owners. If you build it, they will come.
Wrong.
If you build a better mousetrap, the world will be the path to your door. Something like that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the world will be the path to your door. I mean, like you said, it's wrong. It is wrong. Nowadays, you don't need a better mousetrap. What you need is a better way to drive people to your mousetrap.
Right. Yep.
But I'm amazed at how some entrepreneurs delegate their marketing. I mean, holy smoke, that's what brings in the money. How can you delegate, marketing to some just stupid marketing directors? I mean, it just amazed me. So marketing is your business. Like I said, no marketing, no sales, no business. So you really should spend a majority of your time promoting a business, marketing your products and services. Just focus your time on marketing. Okay. Because revenue would take care of a lot of problems. So that's mistake number two. Mistake number three, this is a good one. They do image advertising instead of direct response advertising.
And what's the difference? Can you just clarify that?
Sure. Now, Terry, let me paint a picture in your mind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some sales rep just they show up at your door, and he is selling advertising space in newspaper or radio or trade magazine, whatever. He's telling you, Terry, you've got to run this ad this way and make it look real nice and pretty and really professional. Now, not only that, Terry, you got to run this ad 15 to 20 times to create the top-of-mind awareness. If you only run it a couple times, it doesn't work. You got to run it 15, 20 times.
Yep.
Right? I mean, I think
that's
heard that.
Normal advertising.
Yeah, it's normal advertising. Because most business owners are not tracking it. And they just tell you got to keep running it again, again, and again. I mean, that's bullshit. That is just bullshit. And here's why. Here's the secret. You cannot multiply 0. If you're not getting response today, you're going to continue not getting response, period. Now, unless you do or you learn what I call direct response marketing or direct response advertising, I mean, now unless you're McDonald's or Coca-Cola, you don't have I assume you don't have a few $1 million in advertising budget to do all the image advertising stuff. But you have to do direct response advertising.
And what's that?
That means the advertising dollar you spend is measurable and accountable. Every dollar you spend has to be measurable and accountable. This is the way you should look at it, okay? Mm-hmm. Imagine you have to write a check to the media web on Monday. The ad has to appear in the publication on Wednesday so that the revenue generated on Wednesday gets deposited into the bank by Friday so that the damn check you wrote on Monday clears.
Wow.
That's the way you need to look at advertising. Every dollar you spend is measurable and accountable. If you spend $10, how much you got back? I mean in dollars, not, I create my top-of-mind awareness. I love this. I get my word, my name out there.
Yeah.
You can't eat image. You just can't eat. Image doesn't pay bills. You need cash. So you must know the return on your investment. That's why I always tell my clients marketing is all math. It's not about creativity. It's all math. That's all it is. You spend $1, you make you make $2 back, $5, $10, $20.
Right.
If an ad works, you keep running it. If it doesn't work, then you tweak it and you try to change it, try to improve it. That's all it is. That's all it is. So that's mistake number 3. Want to go on?
Let's go.
Mistake number 4. Let me think of a good one. Okay. They market the same way that everybody else market in the industries. Yellow page is the worst, Terry. You open the yellow page. Let's say you're looking for a printing company, okay, a printing company. Mm-hmm. And you open a section, and all the ads basically look the same, right? They all say the same bullshit. I mean, we care about you. We've been in business since 1998. Professional services, quality printing, it's pathetic. It's horrible. Now, Terry, let me ask you. Let's say you own a printing company. Mm-hmm. Instead of running an ad saying, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, and blah, 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 who cares, right?
Yep.
You run an ad and say something like this. I'm trying to think of a headline here. Warning. Do not hire a printing company until you read this. Free report reveals the 7 biggest mistakes business make with their printing and how you can avoid them. Now, if you're the consumer and if you're looking for a printing company, who are you going to call? Who are you going to call?
Exactly.
This is funny. In fact, I think one time when I was speaking to a group, sometimes I do speak in associations and stuff.
Uh-huh.
A lady asked me. He said, it's a good question. Let me think. Dan, if you can only give us one single piece of marketing advice, what would that be? Yes, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, if you can give me only one single piece of advice, what would that be? Smart lady, good question.
Difficult. Put you on the spot.
Yeah, put me on the spot. I said to her, find out exactly what your competitors are doing. Find out how they're marketing their business. and just do the exact opposite of what they're doing, you'll do well. And that's it. That's how I answer the question. Now, of course, Terry, I mean, would this work 100% of the time? Of course not. Of course not. But it'll probably work a hell of a lot better if you just follow what your competitors are doing. You know, that's the thing. If you do what everybody else does, you get what everybody else got.
Right, yeah.
You know, if nobody in your industry uses direct mail, try direct mail. Try it. Try it. If nobody uses, you know, free report as a lead generation tool, try it. Try it. Because nobody does it. It'll probably work.
So you'll be able to keep yourself separated from the competition simply because you're doing something different.
Just do something different. And it doesn't cost more. And just doesn't cost more to do different. You just have to think differently.
A little bit outside the box.
Outside the box, big time, big time. That's what I always tell people. Think outside the box. Be a little crazy. Be a little outrageous. Because nowadays, you know, we're getting bombarded with advertisements and ads and marketing messages and every day. You have to do something that is so unique and special to catch people's attention. You have to be a little different. So, I mean, and look at it this way. If you think outside the box, you do something new, you do something crazy, you do something that's different from your competitors, and let's say it doesn't work. I mean, what do you got to lose? You can always go back.
Exactly. You
can always go back. But, you know, I'll tell you what, it's very likely it will work. It's very likely it will work. So that's mistake number 4.
Do we have one more?
Let's do one more then. Mistake number 5. Let's see. Okay. They try to market to everybody. They try to market to everybody.
Right.
I always tell my clients, if everyone is your customer, no one is your customer. Targeting a niche market is probably the smartest way to market.
Okay.
You know, mass marketing costs too much. I mean, it's much better to be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what, Terry? Let me give you another example. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's say you are selling a time management system. Okay. It's 6 tapes. You know, 6 audio tapes, home study course, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
How much can you sell it for? Maybe $60.
Yeah, probably up to about $100, I would say.
I'd say $100, okay?
Yep.
What if you are selling time management system for realtors? How much can you sell it for? Maybe $200?
Yeah. Because it's more specific.
More specific. What if you're selling time management system for WeMax realtors?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you can sell it for maybe $400. Now, the content is basically the same. I mean, time management is time management. I mean, it's pretty much the same. It's just through the audio you mention something like WeMax retailers, you know, realtors. I mean, you know, WeMax realtors, that kind of stuff. You change a few words, that's it.
Right. Yeah.
The content is basically the same. Now, but because you can charge more in a niche market, and it doesn't cost you as much to reach and communicate with the marketplace. Okay, that's why if you try to market to everybody, I mean, unless you're Coca-Cola, not everyone is your customer. If you say everyone is your customer, I mean, you lose. You lose, and you're living in a dream world. That's not how it works. Find a niche, dominate the niche. That's the way to go.
And by doing that, then you're actually going to lower your promotional and marketing costs while you're increasing your profit.
And you can reach the market much, much faster. Let me ask you, how tough is it to find people who are interested in time management generally? It's tough. Who knows who's interested in this kind of stuff, right?
Exactly.
But
could be anybody.
But what about Terry? Can you find some, you know, a list of 10,000, I don't know, 5,000 WeMax realtors? Can you do that in a heartbeat? In a heartbeat.
Exactly.
That's the difference. That's the difference. But I can go on and on. But those are some of the biggest mistakes.
Okay, that's very helpful, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing that just kind of popped into my mind, you are probably exactly opposite to most of the, I don't really like the word, but the gurus or the very professional people online, where you don't kind of fall into the mainstream, I would have to say. Now, mostly the gurus out there are saying, you know, if you want to become successful, you find a need and you fill it. What's your opinion on that?
I think that's nonsense. I think that's nonsense, and here's why. If you want to go broke, find a need and fill it. If you want to get rich, find a want and fill it. Now, people don't buy what they need; they buy what they want. Now, think about it, Terry.
Okay.
We only need a few things in life to survive. We need food, we need water, we need some shelter. That's it. Now, we don't need a Mercedes. We don't need a big house. We don't need a Rolex. Now, we certainly don't need Starbucks coffee, don't we?
Well, that's debatable.
You know? And, I mean, and we don't need 30 pairs of shoes.
Yep.
I mean, I hope my girlfriend is listening to this. But guess what? We want them. We want the nicer things in life. So people buy what they want, not what they need. So don't find a need and feel it. Find a want and feel it. Position your products and services as the ultimate solution to your prospects' problems. Fulfill their dreams, fulfill their desire, and you'll do well. You'll do well.
So that's a good point. If I'm just going to, or somebody's going to start a business right now, they're starting from scratch. What kind of advice would you give them then? You don't want to go and find a need. You want to go and find a want and fill that want. Now, how would you go about setting up the business?
Well, that's a tough question, Terry. Let's see. Now, you know what? Here's what we'll do. Instead of just giving our listeners, you know, some pieces of the puzzle, why don't I walk you through a whole process? Let's say, imagine I'm starting a business with you right now, and the process we will go through to build a profitable business. Okay.
Perfect.
Then that way you'll be able to see the whole process and the behind the scenes and behind what my thought process are. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. Now, first, what you need, like you said, you want to find a niche. You want to find a want. Okay. You need let's say a sellable product that people want to buy. Now, here's the key: that people actually want to buy, not what you think people want to buy.
How am I going to find out?
People stuff they're already buying.
Okay.
Stuff they're already buying. Okay. So stuff they're already buying.
Okay.
Now what you want to do is, we have this little product, this little gadget, okay? This little product, let's say, then what you want to do is, you want to have a back end in place before you start marketing your front end product.
Okay. Can you explain back end?
Okay. Now, what happened is, let's say we have this $30 product, that's the front end product.
Okay.
The back-end product is what you sell them after they become your customers.
Okay.
Back-end products and the back-end services. Now, the biggest mistake that most people make when they start a business is they start with one product. Okay, and then what happens is, you know, they start to market the business and they get some sales. And then they realize they need more sales. Then what happens is they start panicking and search for other products to sell to their customers. Now, do not make this mistake. So what you want to do is you want to have a back-end in place before you even start marketing your front-end product. Okay, because you want to save time and save money. Let's say, let me just pick a product.
Sure.
Okay, let's say you are an information marketer. Okay, sell information. You teach self-defense. Okay, so you teach martial arts stuff. So your target market is people who are interested in martial art and all that stuff. Okay. So that's a niche. Okay, that's a niche right there. Then I want you to visualize an ice cream cone. Okay, an ice cream cone. It's what I call the funnel system. Okay. So start from the top. The level 1 product is, let's say, a free report. A level 1 product, report. The title is how to easily drop any attacker in 10 seconds with one finger. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And you are selling that for, no, it's a free report, so you give it away for free.
Okay, yeah.
For lead generation. So that's level number 1. And let's say level number 2 could be a DVD. Same title, how to easily drop any attacker in 10 seconds with one finger. Let's say you sell that for $49 or something.
Yep.
This is level number 2. And level number 3, then you have, let's say you're selling a home study course. A home study course for, I don't know, $797, $800. And level number 4, then you can do a, let's say, a 3-day boot camp. $2,000 for the boot camp.
Okay.
And then level 5 could be a one-on-one training program with you, $3,000. Okay. Different price points, as you can see.
Yeah.
Level number 6, last level, could be, let's say, a 12-month, a certificate. You get a certificate, you get to be an instructor, all that stuff, $10,000. $10,000. So different price points, different back-end products. Now, once you have these back-end products in place, then your next step is to develop an effective sales message. I like to call it a sales pitch because it is a sales pitch.
Okay.
Then what happened? So you want to come up with what's unique about this product, what's the benefits, all that stuff, and you do an ad, and you start marketing, and you begin. You don't start marketing the level 6 stuff. You start with level number 1.
So you want to give away the free report first.
Yeah, you want to begin the relationship with. You want people to raise their hands.
Okay.
Who is interested in dropping any attackers within 10 seconds with one finger? Who is interested in that? They raise their hands. They ask for their free report. Now, what you do next is you start marketing your level number 2, level number 3, level number 4, level number 5 products to them, one by one. So start with little thing, free report. Or it could be a book, it could be whatever, just a free report.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get them into your funnel system. And then your objective is to keep on upgrading them to level number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
Now, to me, this is one of the safest ways to start a business. Now, here's why. Because you have all these back end in place. You don't need as many prospects to make a nice profit, a nice income.
Because you're selling the same people over and over.
If you're only selling a $30 item, I mean, to make $1 million, you need to sell a lot of stuff.
Right.
A lot of copies. But if you have $10,000, you have $3,000, you have $5,000, you have $300, it adds up very quickly. So have a series of back-end products in place, create a funnel system, develop a strong sales pitch, and just focus on getting as many people to buy the level 1 product. So that would be the safest way to start a business.
So how many products would you, on an average business, how many products would you have lined up as back-end products? We've got up to 6 with the example we've just done now. Would that be typical for a normal business?
That would be typical. It really depends on the product nature and the industries. But it's not so much how many products, Terry. It's more like different price points. Okay. You want to have different price points. Okay. Now, I mean, I know some business that are very successful. They just sell a $20 item, but they have 100 of them. Right. Okay, so they can keep selling the stuff, like the famous, a lot of the, the health industry, the information marketing. Yep. They sell you a report, how to live younger, and they sell you another report how to, look younger, and then they sell you another report, right? Yep. So that you can do that, but it really depends. But you want to have at least a few to get started. Right. But it's the same basic concept where you have one customer that you sell to repeatedly. Because why? I think you know it, Terry. Because it costs much more to get a new customer than reselling to an existing customer. Exactly. It costs 5 times as much. 5 times as much. That's seriously significant. Yeah. So if I have a business already then, that I have a product that I'm selling regularly, maybe I have 1 or 2 back-end products, where would I go from here using the quick turn marketing tactics and strategies? Where would I go? Damn, Terry, you want to suck my brain dry, don't you?
should feel exhausted by the time we're done.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay. I'll share maybe 3 or 4 texts with you.
Yeah, please.
Let's see. What happened is, they are both 6 to 7, what I like to call bags of tricks. I use all the time when I consult with a client. The truth is, for our listeners, you don't need to know a million strategies.
Okay.
I know about 20 to 30 of them, and I use them all the time because they work just almost for any business in any industry. Okay, so I'll share a couple with you. Tactic number 1, we just touched on it. Make offers to existing customers more often.
Okay.
Okay, because I've never seen a customer list that is over mail. Your customers want to hear from you.
Yeah.
So if you approach them properly with good, honest offers, you can contact them. Some people, they just contact their customer once a year. Amaze me.
So if you have 6 back-end products, it'll take you 6 years.
Yeah, you should contact. Now, besides, you should really contact them at least once a month.
Okay.
Once a month. And even the same product, you need to have, a 3-step mailing sequence to sell the same product. Because maybe the first time they get your sales pitch, it's kind of good, but I'll put it away. The next time, okay. Maybe timing is not right, but the third time you get them.
So you would send the exact same piece 3 times?
You can have this exact same piece, or the second piece could be what I call a leaf note.
Oh,
We're basically saying, Terry, in case you didn't get the letter, here's the offer again.
Right, okay.
Okay.
So you repeat the same offer.
And then the third letter, you could have the same letter, you just have the first cover letter is different.
Okay.
The cover letter is different. Then the third letter could be, Terry, I'm puzzled. I still haven't heard from you. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. What's happening? Are you still alive?
Right.
Okay. Now, but if you take action right now, I will throw in these additional bonuses, but you have to act before the deadline.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So make offers to existing customers more often. Technique number 2 would be, include powerful letters with your brochures if you have brochures. If you have sent a brochure to a prospect without a sales letter, a lot of people have. Seriously, if you're only gonna mail one thing, I would recommend forget a brochure. Send a powerful sales letter instead. Because when you get a brochure, when you open your mailbox, you get a brochure. It goes straight to the trash can. Right. But if you get a letter, maybe a hand-written, hand-addressed envelope, you open it, and you read it. People like letters. It's just human nature. So if you use brochure, I would say just add a personal letter from you. Over your signature with the brochure will increase your sales. Okay. So that's technique number 2. Technique number 3 would be offer free gifts and bonuses. I've never sold anything that didn't sell better after offering some kind of free bonuses and gifts. People, we all greedy. Let's face it, we're all greedy. Yep. We all want a good deal. And free, F-R-E-E, is the most powerful word in the English language.
And does it start then right from the very, very beginning? Even if you're offering a $10 ebook, you still add
absolutely.
Some sort of bonus.
What I like to do is I want to build up the value to about 5 to 10 times the cost of the investment. So if you're selling something for $10, if you can build up the value to $50, you'll definitely make the sales process much easier. It's just much easier.
Then it almost becomes a no-brainer for people.
Yeah, it's like you spend. Recently, I just purchased a marketing home study course from a marketer. Terry, I get all these marketing pieces all the time, and I have more marketing books than I can study, right? Yeah. But I get this marketing piece from this particular marketer, and it's a good piece. It's one hell of a piece. I look at it. Okay, it's kind of good. Okay, I'm intrigued and pretty good, And then, okay, but if you order right now, you get this bonus, and this bonus, and this bonus. Now, the package is only $300.
Okay.
But I get about $3,000 worth of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what I do next? Faxing the order form.
Exactly. Out comes the credit card.
Yeah, here comes my credit card, right?
Right.
I'm a marketer myself, but I fall for this kind of stuff.
So what really clinched the whole deal was the fact, not necessarily the actual product, but the fact that you're getting so much value and so much extra added bits and bytes that it just puts you right over the limit and say, okay, well, I've got to have it just simply because I get all this free stuff.
And let me ask you, Terry, do you care if your customer buy from you if they buy based because of the bonus or because of the main product?
No, of course not.
Right? A sale is just a sale.
Yeah.
If they wanted bonuses, go ahead. I mean, just give me your credit card number. I mean, whatever you want.
Right.
And people buy different things for different reasons. I mean, going back to the example, the reason I buy the package is because one of the bonuses is a SWF file. It's about 200-page thick SWF file.
Right.
That the marketer has used. That's the only thing I want.
And it's actually one of the bonuses.
Yeah, it's actually I just want to get their bonuses.
So you actually bought a product that you don't even actually anticipate they're going to use, but you got it because
I just want a bonus.
There's a bonus. Okay, yeah.
And that guy is so smart. He's saying the bonuses, you can only get the bonuses from this particular offer. So you cannot buy separately.
Right.
And you cannot buy in the future. You have to buy with this offer, this particular offer.
So it's very much a time-limited do it now or don't do it at all.
I doubt it is. It's more like a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
But I fall for it.
Yeah, but it's always that uncertainty because it's possible that the person is telling the truth.
Yeah, it's sense of urgency. You have to have sense of urgency in your marketing, in your sales pitch. Because people procrastinate. We all procrastinate.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to have something to entice them. Here's what our listeners should do. Look at your marketing piece and look at it and say, does it answer the question, what's in it for me?
Okay.
Does it answer the question, what's new?
Okay.
Does it answer the question, why are you bugging me?
Right.
Does it answer the question, why should I act right now?
Okay.
And last question is, why should I even believe what you say?
Right.
Okay. If your marketing piece handles all these objections, then you got a pretty good piece there.
Beautiful. So you've got a very solid piece of marketing that you're putting out.
Mm-hmm.
What's another strategy? We're still on the line of I have a business.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm off track here. We were on number 4, I believe. Number 4. Use testimonials. Use testimonials in your promotion. Okay.
Write in your sales letter and everything.
Write in your sales letters and everything.
Okay.
What other people say about you is infinitely more powerful than what you can say about yourself.
And how detailed do you get? Like, I've seen some testimonials that are just a first name and a city type thing, or do you actually say Terry Telford, Aschim, Norway, phone number?
Great question, Terry. You want to get as detailed as possible, and here's why. If you only have, let's say, a testimonial with just the initial, okay, TT, that's it. Now, your prospect might be thinking, well, this guy just make it up. This guy just make up a testimonial.
Right.
Now, but if you have a full name, the company name, or even the address, even the email, even the website. I mean, you see the difference? It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. So you want, you want to have as much be as detailed as possible. And I always tell people you can never have too many testimonials.
Okay.
You know what? Let me give you an example.
Yep.
I think recently I stumbled across a website. They're selling like weight loss products and stuff. How to lose weight, how to look good, all that stuff. Now this particular website, they show you before and after pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
Before and after pictures. Now, you might be thinking, well, you look at it, you don't believe it if you don't have 1 or 2.
Yeah.
You don't believe it if they have 10. Now they have 125. It's pretty damn hard not to believe that.
Right, yeah, so it adds, the more testimonials you have, the more credibility it's adding.
Now, on a website, you don't have to show it all on one page.
That's right.
Okay, I mean, there's a marketer, very famous internet marketer, Marlon Sanders.
Yep.
Okay, I think you heard the guy. He's selling an ebook called Amazing Formula.
Yep.
Now, what Marlon did is he showed about, I think, 10 testimonials on his website. But he has an additional 100 pages of the testimonials that you can click if you want to read it.
Right.
I mean, nobody will read the 100 pages of testimonials, at least I won't.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, this guy's got 100 testimonials, 100 pages, not 100 pages of the testimonials for his ebook. It's got to be good. It's got to be good. It is good. It is a good book. I'm not saying it's a great book.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So testimonials, just use it. I mean, some people don't even collect them. It's ridiculous. Some people don't even collect them.
How would you go about collecting them?
Good question. Here's what you do. Whenever you go the extra mile, whenever you just perform your product and services or whatever, just ask them. Just ask them. What I do is, I'll give you an example. Say someone sends me an email and stuff and say, well, Dan, I enjoy your newsletter. I enjoy your products. I like your stuff, blah, 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 blah. And I just say, well, thank you. Do you mind to write me a testimonial so I can put this on my website? Right. And very often they say, sure. Because they're happy at that moment. You want to get them while they're hot. Right. That's what I want to do. If I go back and ask them in 3-4 months, you know, they're not as eager. They're not as hot. So you want to get them, whether when you go the extra mile or when you just sell them, when you just made a sale, then ask for the testimonial. So you want your testimonial to be specific, by the way. You want your testimonial to be specific. So instead of product? To products or services, you know, instead of saying Terry is a great guy, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Using Terry's techniques and the benefits of his membership site, I have made $5,931.32 in 27 days. Right. Very specific. Very specific. Very detailed. Very specific. So that's using testimonials. That's technique number 4. Technique number 5 would be offer money-back guarantee. Offer money-back guarantee. Okay. Now, if currently you don't have a money-back guarantee for your product or services, I urge you to test it. I mean, I almost guarantee you'll find your sales will dramatically increase. I mean, the biggest problem is people are very skeptical nowadays. Yeah. They've all been burned. We've all been burned so many times. For example, for my I have a package. It's called $1 Million Copywriting Secrets. Yeah. Now, for that particular package, I offer a 1-year money-back guarantee plus $100 out of my pocket guarantee. Okay, that means they can order the package, take 1 year, not 30 days, not 60 days, 1 year to decide if they want to keep it. And if they don't like it, they don't think it's at least worth 10 times what they pay, I'll personally refund their money, plus I'll pay them $100 out of my pocket just to say thank you for giving it a try. Now that tells you a lot about how much confidence I have for what I sell, right? Exactly. So the question for our listeners is, how much confidence do you have for what you sell? Can you offer a 30-day money-back guarantee? Can you offer a 90-day money-back guarantee? How about a lifetime money-back guarantee? Or maybe now all these guarantees, they better be unconditional. I mean, forget about those conditional guarantee. I mean, it's crap. Yep. Okay. Unconditional 90-day. Or even maybe we fund, maybe a better than risk-free guarantee. So if they don't like it, they can refund it and they can still keep the bonuses. Yep. Okay, that kind of stuff. Now I know you might be thinking, or our listeners might be thinking, well, Dan, what if people take advantage of me and rip me off? That was my next question. How much or what percentage of people do you actually get taking you up on the offer? Say, no, I want my $100. So far, I've never had any.
And how many packages have you sold?
I've sold so far about 80 of them.
Okay.
Okay, but you know what? You know why there isn't any refund?
No.
Because when they get the package, I throw in a couple of other secret bonuses just to surprise the heck out of them.
So they don't actually know they're going to get it before they get the package, right?
So when they get a package, I mean, it's a huge box. There is a huge box. It's like 19 tapes and 2 huge binders. We're talking about a big box, right? So when they open the box, it's like, ooh, Christmas. I like it. Right? It's a big package. You're getting a ton of stuff. But when they just dig through the package, oh, I get this too, and I get this, and I get this, and then they get a letter from me. It's all surprise bonuses.
So it's a very serious over-delivering.
Way over-deliver.
So it's basically, there would be almost no way, unless somebody just wanted to take advantage of you and get $100.
And you know what? I know it will happen. But so what? Let's say I'm selling an item for $50.
Yep.
Okay. And I offer a money-back guarantee. Let's say because of the money-back guarantee, 100 additional people order from me.
Yep.
Okay. So 100 orders times $50, $5,000.
Yep.
Now let's say 5 people refund my stuff, and I lose $250.
Yep.
Okay. Now, would you spend an additional $250 to get $5,000 extra in sales?
Exactly. Again, another no-brainer.
I mean, it's all math. I mean, I sell 80 package. Now, because the package I sell for $7.97 is a high-end package.
Yep.
I mean, if I only offer 90-day money-back guarantee, I doubt that many people would buy from me, seriously. I doubt, because it is, 90-day, people kind of, I don't know, 90-day, is this good? It's $800, right?
Yep.
But this guy's saying, even in my sales copy, I said, even you refund it, you send it back to me on the 364th day, I'll still refund your money.
So This is the guarantee is actually the clincher that's really pulling in the sales.
Yeah. And if you read the sales letter, you'll see I spend it's about 10 paragraphs in the guarantee. I mean,
just on the guarantee.
Just on the guarantee. You want to really elaborate on it.
Yeah.
You want to be, like I said, you want to be very specific. Do not say, satisfaction guarantee. I mean, whenever I hear that, I just want to choke the guy, right? What the heck is satisfaction guarantee?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's so vague. How do I know I'm satisfied?
Yeah.
But if you say, here's just an example, $5,000 in your pocket within the 90 days, or you can refund the package. You want to be very specific. Or maybe you can promise, let's say your website is teaching people how to start an internet business or something like that, right?
Yeah.
You can show them, you say, okay, here's the guarantee. I'll guarantee you within 30 days you'll get your website, you'll get your merchant account, everything up and running step by step. We do it all for you. If not, I'll give you your money back.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so you want to be specific. Elaborate on it, expand on it.
Now, I've never seen a 10-paragraph guarantee. Can you give us the website address so that we can actually go and see what all you've put into that guarantee? It's
www.greatest, Greatest, copywriters, this with an S or without an S, you still go there.
Can you spell copywriters? Because that's a commonly misspelled word.
COPYWRITERS.com. So it's www.GRAEAST, Greatest Copywriters, COPYWRITERS.com.
Okay, super.
Okay.
And that's where we'll see your 10-paragraph guarantee.
Even if they're not buying anything, just go there and look at a copy. One hell of a copy.
Okay, super, yeah. So then we add that to our own personal swipe file.
Yeah, print it out. Go ahead.
Beautiful.
You want one more? I'll give you one more.
One more, yes, please.
A quick one. Raise your price. Just raise your price. Most people tend to wait too long to raise their price. When I first started writing sales letters and asked for people, I charged, at that time, it was like $2,000 at that time, $2,000 per sales letters, which is very low, very low.
Uh-huh.
And then what happened is, another copywriting friend of mine, he said, Dan, you're charging too low. Let's double your price. I doubled my price to $4,000 per letter.
Uh-huh.
Didn't affect a thing. didn't affect anything. In
except
fact,
your income.
except my guess what happened to my margin? I just increased my profits by 50%. 50%.
Beautiful.
I didn't get any new customers. Didn't do. I mean, nothing. Just double the price. Especially service business.
Yeah.
Service business. What entitles you to raise the price is to provide the value. For my clients, if they pay me, to them, my letter, let's say I write you a letter, Terry, for you pay, at that time, you pay me $2,000 or $4,000 or whatever.
Okay.
If the letter makes you $50,000, do you really care if you pay me 2 or 4? I mean,
yeah, exactly. It's such a small.
What's the difference, right? I mean, some clients even tell me, I've been waiting for you to raise the price. I think you should raise the price.
Wow. Well, you should have told me that sooner. You could tell them.
Yeah, I mean, so just raise the price, and bottom line is test it, see what happens. Say if you're getting 100 sales a month, if you raise the price, you get less sales but more profits. You do the math.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you make more money, you get. It's not quantities. It's all numbers as to how much money you make.
Exactly. So if you're doing less work and making more money, that's
I mean, if you sell less package and make more money, go ahead.
Now that's kind of neat because you've also you kind of touched on something now because we talked about your quick turn marketing website.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've also mentioned Great Copywriters website.
Mm-hmm.
So have you developed multiple streams of income then?
Absolutely. Now, funny you asked, Terry. Very often when I consult with a client, I'll ask, what do you do currently to market your company? What do you do currently to market a company? And they'll say stuff like, Dan, we are running this full-page ad in this newspaper, or we are doing this wonderful direct mail campaign, or we're doing a lot of broadcast fax. I mean, years ago, we would see a lot of faxing before faxing became illegal in the States. It's still legal in Canada.
And you cannot fax ads in the States anymore.
Yeah, you cannot fax.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a spam, right?
Right.
You can't spam people. But Canada is still legal, my friend.
Oh well, there you go.
Still legal, man. In fact, I'm doing a fax campaign next week for one of my Tip of the Month programs. But anyway, so faxing is a really good example. I know a lot of entrepreneurs who in the States who really depend on faxing, and if that's the only marketing media that drives their business, now when faxing became illegal, they could no longer market through that medium.
Right.
They're screwed. So multiple streams of revenue. It simply means, you should develop multiple streams of revenue in your business, and you should have multiple means of generating revenue. I'll say it again. You should develop multiple streams of revenue in your business, or you should have multiple means of generating revenue. Now, that could be you have multiple businesses. That could mean you have multiple mediums of generating business. That could also mean you have multiple products we talked about in different price points.
Uh-huh.
That could also mean you have the same product, but you sell it to multiple niche markets. Okay.
Right.
The bottom line, the key here is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, for internet marketers, for a lot of internet marketers, who currently do their business primarily on the web.
Uh-huh.
Now, think about it. I think you've heard of the Spam Act that the government start create all these regulations and for the spam email. It's getting tougher. It's getting tougher and tougher to market through email.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, if your business is 100% dependent on emails, just knock on wood. If one day the government just goes crazy and they say, no more email. Yep. You cannot email anymore, period. So what the heck are they going to do?
Yeah, then your business is dead.
It's dead. It is dead. Now, that's why it's dangerous. It's dangerous to only market through just only one medium. You need to have a plan B. Now, but if you're an internet marketer and you also get your list together, you capture their names plus the physical addresses. That's what I do. Okay, if anything happens to my computer, knock on wood, I'm still fine. I still have my customers with me.
And you still have a method of contacting them.
I mean, take away everything I have, just leave me with my knowledge, experience, and my customer base. I can make it back within 90 days.
In 90 days?
In 90 days. You just give me my customers and my knowledge. That's all I need. Even if my personal, Terry, my personal computer just crashed 2 months ago. 2 months ago.
Ouch.
And I lost all the data.
Oh no.
All the data. It happens. It'll happen anytime. You just don't know. It's like the Murphy's Law, right? Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
Anything that what's the law again?
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, Murphy will pay a visit to your business. Trust me. just take my word. Trust me. You need a plan B. So try to develop multiple streams of revenue in your business, and try to have multiple means of generating revenue.
Okay. So then, a good example of an internet business is exactly what you said. You could have physically just one product, but as long as you're marketing through email, through joint ventures, through calling people, through faxing people, through sending postcards, that would be
big time. I mean, good example. If let's say you're doing all these stuff. If anything, any of your medium, if anything screw up, knock on wood, you're still okay. Because you have 5 or 6 ways of generating business. If you only use postcard marketing or whatever, if anything happens, then okay, all I can do. That's why you need to do everything. In fact, so far, what I've found is the best way to generate traffic for a website is through offline marketing, not online marketing. Offline marketing.
Oh, really? And which method of offline marketing are you using?
Oh, that's really my secret here. Okay. I don't know if I can reveal that. What the heck, I'll reveal it. Okay, that is really my secret, man. For websites and stuff, a lot of people, they do, search engines, and, a lot of my friends, they spend a ton of time on search engines, right? And they try to get on top ranking and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I do all that stuff myself. All the offline stuff everybody does, I do it. But what I also do is I speak to different associations to promote my services and my stuff.
Right.
Okay. Now, speaking, guess what? Let's say when I speak to 100 people. Okay. These are all qualified prospects. Right? All qualified prospects. And guess what I'll do? I don't just speak and go home. No. I don't do that. I speak, and I give. Well, often what I do is I give them a free gift.
Okay.
But guess what? Sometimes I give them a free trial offer of one of my tip of the month program, Wizard Talk. So what I do is I say, I'll give you 3 months for free.
All right.
Guess what? They have to give me their name, email, and address.
Beautiful.
Okay, that's 100 qualified prospects right there. How long it take you to generate 100 qualified prospects on the internet? It's tough. Unless you're one of the big gurus, it's tough. It's tough.
That's true.
Through speaking, I'm also testing running ads in magazines. I cannot reveal which magazines because I don't want, our listeners to compete with me.
Right. Yeah.
So, but in magazines, I'm testing magazines.
Okay.
I'm doing, like I said, broadcast facts. Still legal in Canada, so might as well do them.
Yeah, until it gets shut down too.
Yeah, before it gets shut down too, and the cost is very little, right?
Right.
Broadcast facts, very little. I also do a little bit of direct mail, and I also do a lot of joint ventures offline.
Okay.
Not online offline joint ventures. To direct mail, promote my products, and then plug my websites as well. So you need to think outside the box.
Right.
Okay. What you want, think of it this way. the more ways you have to generate traffic for your website, to drive people to your website, the better.
Right.
Just the better. I mean, you get 5 here, you get 10 there, you get 50 here, and I mean, it adds up very quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So those are secrets.
Now the secret's out.
Out.
You mentioned something.
I'm exposed.
You're exposed. Now everybody's going to do what you're doing. You just mentioned something there about magazine ads.
Uh-huh.
How do you go about creating an effective magazine ad? Because there's so many magazines, there's so many ads in each magazine. How do you make yours stand out?
Okay. For magazines ads, what I'll do is, let's turn the question around. Okay. Let me ask you, Terry. When you read magazines?
Yeah.
What's your hobby? What kind of magazines do you read?
I like.
Don't tell me Playboy, okay?
Okay, so I don't read magazines now. No, I'm actually I'm very much into computers, online business, and marketing.
Business.
Yeah.
Okay, so business opportunity magazines or computer magazines and that kind of stuff. Okay, when you buy a magazine, what do you read?
I'll usually look through the headlines, and if the headlines are interesting on the front cover, then I'll buy the magazine.
Yeah, and then when you read through the magazine, you buy the magazine, you read it. What kind of stuff do you read? Articles, right?
Yeah.
Articles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you sometimes look for ads and stuff?
Because I'm in marketing, I'll if something catches my eye, then I'll read it.
Okay, good. But most people, they mainly buy the magazine because of the articles.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, so when you create an ad, guess what you want to do? Make it look like an article.
Well, I was going to say that.
Yeah, editorial works.
Right.
Editorial. Yeah. That's why when I don't use fancy graphics and colorful pictures. No, make it. But some magazines, they have regulations and rules, right?
Yeah.
You cannot make it, but make it as close as you can. Use the same font, same size, everything the same. You pretty much you want to confuse the readers. This is one of the articles. The magazine is endorsing this stuff. The magazine is writing a kind of like a rave review about this guy or this product or this service. And then at the end, then you have your little plug. Whether you can have a coupon, you can ask them to call you or go to your website, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
That's how you want to do it.
So
when you look at an article.
When you do it, then you don't actually do it really like a typical sales letter where you're trying to sell them. You do it as almost an objective type article, and at the end. What
I found is, unless you're selling a very low ticket item, like a book, $10, $20, and stuff, then you can try to make a direct sale to like a full page ad, half a page ad.
Right.
But magazines and stuff, the most effective way to use them is to generate leads. Okay. So you have a free report or something like that.
So you don't physically try and sell an $800
product.
It's
tough. These people, they don't know you. They know who you are and stuff. You don't want to try to make. It's like I use this analogy. It's like, forgive me for being so graphic here. You ask a girl for a date.
Yeah.
It's like you want to have sex on the first date.
Yeah.
You might get away with it.
Yeah.
You might get away with it. But it's easier if you just, get her, kiss a little bit, hug her a little bit, buy her dinners, buy her flowers, and after 5-10 days, then, you can ask her or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to just jump on it.
Right, yeah.
It's exactly what most people do.
It's put the cart before the horse.
You're expecting people to read your ad, to catch attention, get them all motivated and excited and pick up the phone and call you and give you money through one step. That's tough. But if you do it the other way, just get them to, hey, I have this free report. If you're interested, call this 24-hour recorded message, and we'll send it to you for free.
So all you're looking for is people to raise their hand and say, yep, I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested. Then you can keep marketing them.
And then you sell them after.
Exactly. By the way, one more tip for it. If you're going to give out a phone number, people don't like to call salespeople. So if you can offer a 24-hour recorded message.
So it's a very non-threatening.
Yeah, so they don't feel like I'm going to call and then I'm going to get pitched, and people don't like that.
Okay.
But they know they can call, record a message, leave the address. I mean, just take it slow. I mean, be a little romantic, my friend. Just take it slow. I mean, get the address, sending them stuff, and send them offers.
So you start with the flowers first.
Start with the flowers.
Beautiful. So what would you say then? The majority of your ads, you've said you're not a creative person.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of your ads and your sales copy, does it come from your swipe files, or where does it come from?
Big time. Now, what happened? What I do is a little differently. What I do, and I won't recommend what I do for listeners, okay? Because I've been doing this for so long.
Okay.
Okay. I kind of have a web file in my own head.
Uh-huh.
Okay. To answer your question, I would say sometimes I create from scratch. Sometimes if is an industry that I have already written for. Okay. I'll just dig through my web file to see what I have in store. Right? But that's me. That's me.
Yeah.
Most of our listeners, they are not professional copywriters.
Exactly.
I mean, and I don't recommend them to be professional copywriters because I can tell you it's tough as hell to be a professional copywriter.
Yeah.
It's one of the highest paid professions in the world, but it's also one of the toughest. It's like public speaking.
There's a reason why you're paid so well.
Yeah, because it's tough. Most people, they would rather die than speak in front of an audience.
Exactly.
So, Terry, for our listeners, they don't have to be that good. They don't have to be as good as I am. They don't have to be as good as other good copywriters.
Uh-huh.
What happens for most people, they just have to be a little bit better. I'm talking about a little bit better.
Uh-huh.
Because 99% of the advertisement in the industry sucks.
Right.
I mean, they have no benefits, no headlines, nothing. Just the logo and company and all that crap.
Right. And everybody's doing it.
Yeah, and it's their saying. This is a saying. In the kingdom of the blind, the man with one eye is king.
And that's the truth.
That is the truth. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be creating a world-class copy. You don't need to. Just create average copy. Even you have a copy. Most people don't even have copy. Just average copy, and they will do extremely well. Extremely well. And so I would highly recommend them to build, like I said, build a web file.
Uh-huh.
Okay, buy stuff from the mail. Get on the mailing list. Just get on the mailing list. And even buy a bunch of magazines.
Yeah.
All the magazines, Entrepreneur, all the magazines that has a lot of direct response ads.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lot of free report offers and stuff, what we just talked about, right?
Exactly.
Respond to all of them. Because a lot of them are free. Sometimes they ask you to pay the stamps and all that stuff. Pay them. $2, $3, whatever, right?
Just
you get a bunch of stuff.
And then develop a swipe file.
Yeah, all this web file. And what our listeners want to do is whenever they want to create an ad or whatever, just let's say they're selling to the weight loss industry, okay, but they can take ads from bodybuilding or other industries, tweak it a bit, take the concept, just take the essence, take the concept, tweak it a bit, and just apply it.
So you apply a concept from another industry to bring your stuff to life.
Yeah.
Now, when you do that, for example, if you're going to take, like we use the example like you used, we take a bodybuilding direct mail piece or a bodybuilding ad, we convert it into a weight loss ad.
Yeah.
And then then we need to test it and see if it works in our industry, in the weight loss industry.
Absolutely.
Once we run that ad, we get some decent response. What would be the first thing that you would change or to try and test? Because when you're testing, you only change one thing at a time, right?
Yes, correct.
What would be the first kind of, if you can give us just a list, the first, second, third things to test?
Okay. That's a good question because a lot of the marketers, they all, when you read from ebooks and stuff, right? They all tell you you must test. You must test, right?
Yeah.
But what the hell are you supposed to test?
Exactly.
And in what order, right?
That's right. Yes.
So I would say the first thing you want to test, I would say, is the mailing list or the emailing list. For magazine would be the publication, right?
What do you mean?
So if you're testing, if you're mailing to this group of people, what first thing you want to test is try to mail to a different group of people. Because you want to ask yourself, are you selling to a group of prospects or suspects? Now, there's a huge difference between the two. Okay, suspects are people who you think want your stuff.
Right, yeah.
Prospects are people who actually want your stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And who's got the money to pay for them now.
Right.
Okay, that's prospects. So you got to do your homework, you got to talk to them and get to know your prospects and stuff. So that's the first thing I would test. The mailing list or the emailing list if you're doing internet marketing.
Okay, so we take one ad, we send it out to a weight loss easing. We send the same ad.
Do another easy.
To, but same a weight loss easing, but a different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing you should test is your envelope. For direct mail. Okay, yeah. For internet, it would be, guess what, your subject line. Right, yep. The subject line in the email. Because it's all the same concept. Are you getting people to open your mail or open your email? Exactly. Okay. And for direct mail, you can test, plain envelope versus teaser copy. Right, yep. Okay. And the subject line I talked about. Then only after you test the list, after the envelope, then I would test the copy. I would tweak the copy. Okay. Now, here's why. It doesn't matter how good your copy is. If you're mailing to the wrong people or your prospects, if they're not reading them, what's the point of tweaking the sales pitch? Right. It doesn't help at all. Okay, so you want to test it. Yeah, I can tell even a world-class copy mailing to the wrong people won't get any response. Average copy mailed to good prospects will get some response. Get the idea? Yep. And then outstanding copy will just blow you away. I mean, we blow. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'll do. Then next, I would test is the offer. Okay. The offer. Okay. Can you make the offer more irresistible? Okay. Can you add some bonuses to it? What we talked about. Can you offer a stronger guarantee? So what tweak the offer? Before you change, now we're talking about all these stuff before you change a single word in the copy. Okay. Okay, yeah. So mailing list, envelope, or subject line, and then you test the offer. Then, only then, you test all those three, then you test the headline. Then you change the headline. Okay. Test the headline, try different combinations. The next thing you should test is your opening paragraph, the first paragraph. Okay, so you start into the copy then at that point. Yeah. Okay. So your paragraph, and then your order form. Your order form. Okay. I mean, you won't believe how many people they click, they're looking at your order form, but if your order form sucks, it's not compelling enough. Yeah. People, I'll order later. I'll forget it. I'm not going to buy it. So what kind of things can I put on an order form then that's really going to clinch it? The most powerful elements from your copy. So basically explain it again. What I'll do is, let's say your headline promise how to, let we take the self-defense example, how to drop any attackers in 10 seconds with one finger, right? Yeah. So the order form would be kind of just restate that. Yes, Terry, I want to discover the secrets on how to drop any attackers in 10 seconds with one finger. Okay, so it's a real quick summary of everything you just told them in your sales letter. Yeah, quick summary and all the bonuses, all the guarantee, and you want to talk to them. You want to make the order form it's like they're talking to themselves. Okay. Okay, so yes, I want this. Oh, by the way, because of your guarantee, it makes me feel really safe to order, that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah. So it's almost like you're in their head. Big time. It's like they're talking to themselves. Okay. Plus, because I'm ordering right now, I know I will get these bonuses and blah, 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 blah. Thank you very much. I'm clicking the order button now. Okay, beautiful. You want to give direct command. Right. You don't want to be wishy-washy. You want to give direct command. But you're giving direct commands as if it's actually them talking to themselves. You're not saying push the order button now. Big time. Big time. And but you do that in the order form. So you test the order form, then you can test your PS. Then you can test your price. And then you can test, other sub-headlines and bullets and all this stuff. But you know what? I would say test the big component first. The mailing list, the envelope, the offer, the headline. Okay.
Yeah.
Before you get into the small stuff. Because if your copy basically works, if it's pulling some sales.
Yeah.
So if it's basically working, then what you want to do is just to, like I said, quick-term marketing is about doing the least and achieving the most.
Right. Yeah.
I like the lazy way to do things.
Yeah, it leaves you more time to surf.
Big time. So just tweak a little stuff. I mean, if your copy works, if you have a good copy, it's pulling some sales. If you're mailing to a different group of prospects who are more qualified, you get a lot more sales.
Right.
Without changing a word. Because tweaking the copy is hard work. It is hard work.
Yeah. Especially knowing where to start. That's where a lot of people, and myself included, when we start to test, you start to think, my immediate reaction is, okay, well, I start testing the headline, but obviously I've started in the wrong spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of almost halfway down the list so far.
Apologize for this, Terry. This is my fire alarm.
What's that?
My fire alarm is going off.
Oh.
But that's fine.
Well, you should maybe go and check around.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's always false alarm. But take this section out. You see, my house is on fire. I'm still talking to you.
And he's still looking. This guy is dedicated. His house is on fire. It's burning down around him.
My butt is on fire now.
Should you go press a button or something, or?
No, it's the whole building. It's the whole building.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so so test the big stuff, and then the small stuff.
Excellent. So I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna put you on the spot for a second.
Okay.
Now we've gone through a whole list of things that should be tested.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go to www.thebusinessprofessional.com?
Let me go there right now.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I'm there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you can give me a list of things, now that's the site. That's the site I've created.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with it?
Okay. Let me.
Or what should I change? I mean, it's in the process of being tested.
Tested. Okay.
A lot of different things.
Yeah. And how many visitors you're getting?
We've had since May 15th when I launched the site. We've had.
Okay. What's your conversion rate? What's the out of how many people buy from you?
Well, it's less than 1% right now, actually.
Less than 1%.
Yeah.
Okay. The funny thing, on the internet, 1% is pretty good. It's actually pretty good.
Okay. Well,
now
I'm much lower.
Yeah. Okay. So that tells me a lot of stuff you can. Now, first of all, Terry, sorry to hurt your feeling, but this copy sucks. It stinks.
Okay.
It's horrible.
Well, let's start at the beginning then.
Let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Succeed online following in the footsteps of the masters. First of all, the headline. I mean, the headline. What's in it for me? Okay. You need to answer the question. Okay. What's in it for me? What's the succeed online is too vague. Okay, too vague.
Okay.
Discover the amazing secrets of the smartest and savviest internet marketers in the world. Something,
Okay, yep.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yep.
People don't want to work. People don't want to work.
Right.
People don't like to learn. People don't want to work. People want a magic pill.
Yeah.
They want the magic pill. So you want to provide a magic solution.
Okay.
You don't want to ask them to work and all that stuff. So the headline definitely needs to be. And the header is all right. The header is all right. Okay. Maybe you can use something a little bit more fancy, cash, more visual.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of.
So really, kind of pump up the excitement side of it, not kind of.
People buy because of emotion.
Yeah.
And they justify the purchase with logic. You got to remember that. So, emotion, big time. You gotta pump it up. Okay. I'm not saying you hype. I'm not talking about hype. Okay.
No.
I'm talking about excitement.
Okay.
Okay. You need to be dramatic. You need to have a big promise. There's a saying in business, under promise and over deliver, right?
Yep.
I mean, that is totally out of date. Nowadays, if you under-promise, nobody's going to buy from you.
Right. Yeah.
You need to over-promise and over-deliver.
Right. Yeah.
You need to make a big, giant promise. Ask yourself this question: what is the biggest promise you can make? What is the biggest, absolute boldest, biggest promise you can make? Okay, let's see. I like your picture, though. Why? Because it builds credibility. They look at your picture, you're smiling, warm and fuzzy, that kind of stuff. That's good.
Okay.
Signature is good. So the headline needs to be tweaked. Maybe the picture is a little bit smaller.
Okay.
It's way too big now.
Too big. Okay.
The opening paragraph, I'm going to give you, from what you have two choices. Now, in here, you're still on sugar coat stuff. Elsewhere, you won't find anything I'm going to show. It comes across. What you want to do, the first paragraph, okay?
Uh-huh.
In the first paragraph here, you're trying to make the sale, like in the first paragraph.
Okay.
Okay, you tell them what you're going to get. I'm not going to give you the rah-rah stuff. I'm going to give you the facts.
Yeah.
What you should do is you want to talk about the benefit. Okay.
Yeah.
And one of the best way, one of my favorite way, to open the first paragraph is if then. So here I'll give you an example. If you would like to discover how you can make a full-time income on the internet and in your underwear and blah, 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 blah,
yep.
then this will be the most important message you ever read.
Okay, yeah.
Something like that. Suck them in.
Again, dramatic but not hypish.
Not hypish.
Yeah.
Not hypish. Because you know what? It's too much hype on the internet. That's the problem.
Yeah.
On direct mail, there's a difference. Here's a difference. In direct mail, you can hype it up. That's fine. That is fine. But on the internet, it's too much hype. It's way too much hype. So
I've gone the other direction because that's what I was concerned with. Is I don't want to make it sound too much like it's too hypish. So I kind of played everything down and just kind of try and keep it very low key. But now I've done it too much.
You have to find the balance.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
You don't want to hype it up, but you want to talk about a lot of benefits. Compelling benefits.
Right.
Okay. So the objective of the first paragraph is to get them to read the second paragraph.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and the objective of the second paragraph is
to get them to read the third one.
You got it. Just to suck them in.
See, I can learn.
Okay. There you go. You're getting there.
There you go.
So there's the first paragraph.
Okay.
Now you need to tell a complete. What I'm looking at is I don't get enough information. Okay, exactly what I'm going to get.
Okay.
Okay, I mean what benefits I'm going to get. What am I paying for?
Right.
Okay, you got to be. Are you worrying about the copies too long or what?
Yeah, actually, that's pretty good because I was actually trying to keep the copy fairly short because I get bored with copy that goes on and on and on. That's 30 pages.
Oh, Terry. Okay, here's the mistake for you.
Okay.
Listen, you are not your customers. You are not your customer. Okay, so it's like one of those ads. Look at it this way. People always say, I don't read long copy. Nobody reads long copy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You won't. Your prospects, your customers will.
But I don't like long copy when I'm a customer.
You are not your customer.
No, but I'm thinking of another like other websites that I could be a potential customer.
But think about it this way. Here's why.
Yeah.
Rule of thumb is not usually from my experience, the more you tell, the more you sell. And here's why. When people, before they give you money,
yeah,
especially on the internet, they want to know, who's this guy? You need to build credibility. You need to capture their attention. You need to build up the value. You need to give them the benefit. Then you need to have, insert that sense of urgency, to act right now.
Right.
Okay,
Yep.
you throw in bonuses. You can't do those in a 2-3 paragraph.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of stuff there.
Yeah. Okay.
And here's why. Copywriting is nothing more than salesmanship in print. It's nothing more than salesmanship in print.
Yeah.
Imagine this. I'm a sales guy. I'm trying to sell my vacuum cleaner. I knock on your door. I say, Terry, I use 1 minute to pitch you. Here's my vacuum cleaner, blah, 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 buy it.
Right.
Or if I take, I vacuum your floor, I say, vacuum your floor for free and all carpet for free, all that stuff. And I take about, half an hour to explain all the benefits to you and the money back guarantee and all how great this machine is and give you all the facts. That's much more likely you'll buy.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same. The more you sell, the more you tell. Not the more you tell, the more you sell.
Okay. It works both ways, apparently.
So definitely more benefits. Bullets. I want to see a lot of bullets. What I get.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, benefits. Now, here's a tip for our listeners. If you're going to do, you talked about, what kind of features do you have? What kind of features, I guess?
Right now, you've got the biggest part of it of the website is the interviews.
Okay, so let's say the interview itself is the feature, right?
Yeah.
So you can talk about, you get a weekly interview with the best marketers in the world, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's a feature. That's still a feature. What you want to do is after the feature, you want to add a benefit.
So I mention the feature first, and then tell them the benefit.
If you're going to use feature.
Okay.
Okay. Personally, I like to just overwhelm them with benefits.
Okay.
Okay, but you talk about the features, and then you talk about how they can use. Then you can talk about, or then you can listen to these interviews and pick up, tricks and strategies that you can apply to your business and make more money. That's the benefit.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Don't assume they'll know the benefits. They don't. You have to tell them.
Okay, yeah.
You have to tell them.
Right.
And I want to see a lot more compelling sub-headlines. Okay. Now,
so you need some headlines in as well.
Yes. It worked for me, it worked for you, and now it's your turn. Show me the money. It's not compelling enough.
Okay. What would you use instead?
I would say, first I would I need some sort of story. I want to know who's Terry.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I want to know some of your. I see your headline right beside your picture.
Yeah.
I see a little bit of your story, right?
Yeah.
I want to know more. I want to know more about you and who's this guy. What qualifies you to do this?
Okay.
These people are skeptic as hell. Put it this way.
All right. Yeah.
You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them everything.
Okay.
So tell your story. Then you can tell them a story that they can relate to.
Right.
That's what is really going to drive the sales. Tell them a story. I have been there. I've bought all the e-books. I have tried this, and it's not generating sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why, that inspired me, which is true, right? That inspired me to inspire you to develop this website to help other entrepreneurs, to give them really none of those bullshit sugarcoat stuff. This is the facts.
Yeah.
This is no hype information. That kind of stuff, right?
Okay.
Tell them. You have to tell them. And then obviously you want to have some kind of bonuses.
Yeah.
Bonuses. Entice them, money back guarantee, okay. 30-day now, okay, that's good. Okay. Now, like I said, you can really, I see the satisfaction guarantee there, man. My gosh, oh no!
I couldn't change it before you got there.
Yeah, okay. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So we've talked about it. Really elaborate on it. You really want to talk about, tell them all the benefits. That's why I go to my website, the Greatest Copywriters. Look at the guarantee. Expand on it. Tell them. Bonuses, benefits. Now, what you want, also another trick you want to have in your letter, what I use is, you want to somehow make this thing for free. And that's what I mean, okay. You want to compare dimes, not compare apples with oranges.
Yeah. Okay,
you want to, they are paying pennies to get the dollars.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. You can somehow compare it. Okay, say this month you can spend $500 on ebooks and $3,000 on internet seminars and all that stuff. But now you can just sit at your home. I bring you the best stuff. You don't have to lift a finger. I bring you the best of the best, the most up-to-date knowledge, update every month, so you can save all that money. Compared to the tens of thousands you spend, you only spend, $30, $40 a month, that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Want to compare it. This is so that they can justify the purchase, right? That's the larger part of it.
what do you think about this? This is something that that we've been discussing as well, because I work with another couple of people and kind of bounce off ideas. What do you think about having the first month free? You get in, try the site, see what you think.
You can. I would recommend that. Here's why. Okay, because since this is like a monthly continuity program, right?
Yeah.
And it's back to the dating analogy. Okay, it's like you're asking them to get married, because it's a monthly thing.
Yeah.
Okay, asking them to get married. It's tough to ask, because I market a continuity program myself, right? I use a free trial as well.
Okay,
so you can definitely test that.
Okay, super.
Yeah, but of course you make sure you do your number, right?
Yep.
Now, the great thing about the internet, doesn't really cost you anything to offer, free and no free. It doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It costs little, so you can afford to do it. And plus, when you do it, maybe you have to do the math. Maybe 50% of the people stay, 40% of the people stay, right? You just have to know your numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to know your numbers. But I'll say go for it.
Okay.
Go for it. Then then the headline, you can talk about it right in the headline. Okay, discover these secrets, blah, 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 and say, urgent message, if you act within the next 3 days, you'll get it for free. Doesn't cost you a dime. I'm going to put put myself on the line to prove to you this is really the best stuff there is,
Okay, yeah. So actually put part of the guarantee right in the headline.
Yeah. Tell them right up front, what's in it for me, what's in it for me.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And the last thing I would say is the sense of urgency. Why should they act right now?
Okay, yeah. Which is non-existent at this point.
Yeah. You can even if you're really daring.
Yeah.
You can even, what I'll do is there are some other membership websites out there, right?
Yep.
Just compare yourself to them. Why you? Why should they pick you instead of someone else?
Okay, yeah.
And tell them, I have done with the research. I have been to all these. I am the members of all these websites.
Okay, yeah.
Then this is website A. This is what you get. Website B. This is what you get. Website C. This is what you get. But with me, it's the business professional. You get this and this and this, and none of these websites have. And for only this price.
Okay.
That's compelling.
Beautiful.
That's compelling.
Well, that's absolutely extraordinarily helpful, Dan.
Okay.
I think what I'm going to do...
The invoice is in the mail, by the way.
Already? You are very quick. I know the internet is, immediate gratification, but holy smokes.
Yeah. I'll email you my PayPal address.
Exactly. Oh, that's beautiful. And I'll telepathically pay you. Well, I think what I'll do, Dan,